Hey guys, I'm Sydney and you're watching the Midnight Jamboree. So it's Thanksgiving, at least here in America, and we are spending the day over at my dad's. So usually it's a family tradition with us that we kind of get dressed up. Not like super formal like we do on Christmas, but a little bit nicer. So I figured while I'm doing my makeup, doing my hair, kind of getting ready, I would do a get ready with me for you guys. It's something that's been requested a few times on the channel, and I'm not the biggest when it comes to makeup, but we'll definitely see how this goes. The other day when I was at Target, I was kind of looking around at some of their holiday collections that they've got going on, and they actually have a really nice holiday collection with Profusion right now, which is where I picked up this Pro Face palette. It's got quite a bit in there. It's got eyebrows, bronzer, blush, highlighter, and about 20 eyeshadows, as well as a couple brushes. So I'm going to try this out. It's got a lot of very fall colors in it, a lot of browns, a lot of neutrals, which is usually what I kind of gear towards when I do my makeup. So I figured I would give this a try, kind of do a product testing as well as a get ready with me for Thanksgiving. So let's get started. So I already have my foundation done. Usually I just wear kind of like a BB cream, nothing too strong. Just kind of like a tinted moisturizer, just because I do have freckles and I like to kind of highlight those on my face. And also I have really sensitive skin, so wearing like a really heavy foundation usually just does not go well. Usually, you know, with my face, I do a little bit of eyeliner, some mascara, maybe a lip, and that's about it. And even when I'm doing my lips, half the time it's just like chapstick. I've been really big into the matte lipstick recently. Like the one I'm wearing today is the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit, and this one is in Rebel Rose. So it's like a really dusky rose color. It's really pretty. I like it, and it kind of matches, you know, the fall colors I'm going for. Still haven't figured out fully what I'm doing with my hair, but I guess we'll kind of figure out as we go along. I guess the best place to start here would be at the top. So let's go ahead and start with brows. So usually I just use a basic wax-based brow pencil. This one does have a few items in here that I kind of want to try out. There's the brow wax at the top, and then medium brown and ash brown within the eyes here. So usually I go for a blonde pencil because obviously I am blonde, or sometimes I kind of mix it up with like a redheaded, kind of do a little bit of both. But this medium brown here looks like it would actually work for what I'm wanting to do. The only thing is it doesn't come with a brush for it. So I guess I'm just going to use one of my defining brushes here and try and figure it out. So just dipping into the brow wax. And just kind of brushing it across my brow. So as you can see, it did make them a little bit darker, kind of laid them down a little bit, and then I'm just going to go through with my spoolie and kind of make them look a little bit more natural and less plastered to my face. And then I'm just going to take, let's see, yeah, probably that one. Just take one of my smaller eyeshadow brushes here and just go into the lightest color on the medium brown. And just kind of fill in my brows. Usually I just kind of focus on the fronts because the tails of my brows are pretty thick. It's just more here in the front. I don't have a lot of hair, and that is really dark. And that's the lightest color in this palette. So maybe I should have just gone with my normal coloring here. But I mean, all in all, it's not horrible. It's not like my eyebrows look like black or anything. They're just very dark compared to how I normally wear them. But it works, right? Alrighty, so next thing is going to be eyeshadow. So like I said, there's 20 different colors in this palette. As you can see, they kind of range from like really light neutrals down to some more dusky browns-ish reds, some like olive greenish browns, and a lot of glitters in there. Usually I kind of tend to go more with the mattes, but we'll kind of see where we go here. I'm going to try out their brush as well. It's a really fluffy brush. So I might save that for blending, but let's see what we can do here. So I'm gonna go in with this color first, this really light neutral color. It's called Joyous. I just kind of do like a base across my eyes and kind of get just kind of like a neutral filler, I guess you could say, kind of going on. So it's really light, almost matches my skin tone, so you can't really see it, but it just works as a really nice base color to kind of cover up the veins and cover up the freckles I have on my eyes. And then I think for my lid color, I'm gonna go with this like chocolate brown color here. This one right here, it's called Bold, and it's just a really nice matte chocolate brown. And like I said, I'm just gonna kind of put that across my lid. And this is one of their pro palettes from Profusion, so it's supposed to be like professional makeup. I mean, I will say this, the colors are very creamy, they're very soft, and they have a lot of color payoff on them. Maybe not as dark as you would expect for something that dark to be, but it's not horrible. I mean, it's not going to be like, I mean, for $12.99 for a full face palette, you're not expecting something along the lines of like Too Faced or Tarte or something like that with the color payoff, but it's not bad. I mean, I've always heard good things about Profusion, so that's why I kind of jumped on this. I was like, okay, $12.99 for a full face palette, let's try it. And I'm thinking for my crease, I'm gonna go with the one right next to Bold. It's like the glittery, it's like a chocolate brown with like a copperish bronzes glitter in there, and it's called Beautiful. I'm gonna put that in my crease. See kind of how that goes. It's not bad. Like I said, it's not the strongest color payoff, but it's not bad. I mean, for somebody like me who doesn't like to wear really heavy, really bold makeup, it's not bad. And then I'm thinking this coppery gold color here, Certain, I kind of want to put a little bit of that maybe like on the outer corner and kind of have a little bit of color in there besides just brown. And now I'm going to go through with the fluffy brush that they gave me with this kit, kind of test it out, see how well I can kind of blend these colors in. So like I said, we're going up to my dad's for Thanksgiving. It's usually what we do. My brothers meet us all there, and it's me, my dad, Zach, my brothers, and then my little sisters and my stepmom. And just kind of have like a really big kind of traditional family sit down, you know, turkey, potatoes, green beans, rolls, pumpkin pie, you know, the works. And then like a corn casserole, which is something that my stepmom makes. It's really good. What else do we do? Just kind of, you know, like I said, like a very traditional Thanksgiving. Usually Christmas is when we kind of break the mold a little bit. Like on Christmas Eve, we do Swedish meatballs because my stepmom is from Swedish descent on part of her family. We also do like beef tenderloin and Yorkshire pudding on Christmas Day. So just kind of, instead of like the traditional ham or goose or whatever. And then usually on Christmas Eve, if we're not going up there for Swedish meatballs, Zach and I will do like Chinese food. We usually go and get duck or sushi, you know, something along that line to kind of break up the mold a little bit. And also because of one of our favorite Christmas movies, A Christmas Story. Let me know if you guys do anything special for any of those holidays, like if you have any special traditions. You know, when we were kids, we always had the wishbone that my brothers and I would always fight over. There were 3 of us, so it was kind of hard to kind of go, okay, well, you know, only 2 of you can do it. So usually my brothers got to do it, which which sucked, you know, but I get it. They were younger than me. But now my sisters do it, and that's kind of like a tradition that we passed on to them. Beyond that, we really don't do much. Zach and I watch the Peanuts Thanksgiving special, which if you haven't seen it, I'll link his video up above for you guys where he unboxed the 4K Blu-ray of that one. And we've talked for years about doing a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving with like the popcorn and pretzels and jelly beans and things like that, but for some reason we always end up just eating turkey. You know, the traditional Thanksgiving. Alrighty, so I think that's blended out. Like I said, it's just very light, very easy, very neutral. So I'm gonna go in with my liquid eyeliner here. I have the one I've been really liking recently is the Essence eyeliner pen. It's just a really easy felt tip eyeliner, really similar to the Kat Von D tattoo liner, but for $2 at Target compared to the $18 at Sephora, which, I mean, if you can afford it, by all means, go ahead. But for me, since I don't wear makeup all the time, I usually try and go budget. But since I started wearing contacts again, I had been kind of experimenting with makeup, this being one of the big things. I was kind of looking at some of their eyeshadow palettes and some of their highlighter palettes and things like that in the holiday collection, but kind of wanted to test it out and kind of see what all I really liked before I bought full palettes of it, which is why I just got a full face palette. But yeah, I mean, just a basic felt tip eyeliner pen, super easy to, you know, get a little wing on there. And like I said, it's $2, which I would love to try the Kat Von D tattoo eyeliner. It's just when I can get something that's a dupe for $2, it's really hard for me to spend $18. Alrighty, so I've got my eyeliner on, just basic black. Don't usually do any tight liner on the bottom unless I'm doing like a full glam look, and since I'm just going over and spending the holidays with my family, I don't really feel like doing a full glam. Since it's pretty casual, I'm actually doing a lot of cooking today and don't want to have to be you know, wearing heels and a dress and things like that. I'm just kind of hanging out in like a nicer top and maybe a dress. I'm not entirely sure what I'm wearing just yet. Have a few options, but something kind of more on the casual side than on like the super glam side like I do on Christmas. Usually on Christmas I'm wearing like a really nice dress, heels, full glam makeup. Let me know below down in the comments if you guys want to see like a get ready with me for that day as well. They had a few more glam palettes and things like that from Profusion. I was thinking about getting for that. Maybe even try a different brand. If you have any suggestions, definitely leave that down in the comments as well. But I know Sephora and Ulta have a lot of their holiday kits out right now, so I was thinking about maybe checking out one of those and trying some more high-end brands that are kind of sample sizes instead of spending, you know, a ton of money on something that may not even work for me. So after eyeliner, I always like to go with my mascara, and usually just stick with my favorite. I've tried a few different ones over the years. Anytime they come out with something new that's supposed to be like, you know, oh, the best mascara, blah, 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 I try it and it never works for me as well as my CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume does. I mean, it's $5.99 at the drugstore. It does what I want. It separates my lashes, makes me look like I actually have lashes because I unfortunately have blonde hair naturally, so all of my hair grows in basically translucent. My eyelashes are translucent. Half the time my brows, when they grow in new hairs, are very translucent. So when I'm not wearing mascara, it looks like I don't have eyelashes. So I really like this one because it kind of separates them. It makes them, you know, a little bit of a volumizing. And it's inexpensive and doesn't irritate my eyes. So that's always a good thing. So like I said before, I don't usually contour. I don't do highlighter, things like that. Sometimes I wear a little bit of a blush when I do more of a glam look, but this does have bronzer, blush, and highlighter in it. So we're gonna try this out today. I do have pretty puffy cheeks, but I do also have really prominent cheekbones, so it's kind of a frustrating thing sometimes when I'm trying to do makeup and things like that because I feel like my face looks very chubby. So it's something I've been wanting to try for a while, so I figured with this palette, with it having all of these things in it, I might as well give it a try. So they did give me a pretty fluffy face brush in here. I also do have a few other brushes from e.l.f. that I use for foundation and things like that. So let's see. I guess let's try out the fluffy brush for the contour. So the contour colors, they only have 2 colors. There's a light bronzer and a medium bronzer. And with how light my complexion is, I'm thinking about going with the light bronzer, even though it does look very orange. I guess we'll see. So I'm not going to do a full face contour. I'm not going to contour my forehead, my nose, and all that. I'm just going to do my cheeks. So obviously that's really heavy. I'll blend it out once I have everything else on there. So next step is going to be blush. So there's 3 different blush shades. There's this one up at the very top. It's like a peachy with like a gold glitter in it called Fancy. This almost rose gold color right here called Dazzle, and then this hot pink called Butterflies. Just because of the colors that I normally go with, I usually go with like a peachy one. I'm going to try the Fancy color. We'll see how this goes. If it's too pink, I may have to go with one of the other ones. Oh, Nelly. Yeah, that is that's pink, and that's me barely even tapping my brush onto the pan and then barely even putting it on my face. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess they call it blush for a reason, right? Like I said, I will definitely be toning that down a little bit when I blend it out. So along with the blush and bronzer colors, which as you can see have a ton of fallout on them, it also comes with 2 highlighter colors. The top one here is called Dreamy. It's very matte. It has a little bit of a shimmer to it, but nothing like this one right here, which is called Innocent, that has like a very blingy glitteriness to it. So I'm going to try Dreamy. That just seems the most natural. Seems like it'll kind of tone out some of these other colors here. And I apologize if there's anybody who does do makeup all the time and is watching me do this and cringing. Like I said, I don't do makeup. I do eye makeup. That I can do pretty well, but face makeup, not so much. So just have a really fluffy flat top brush here that I use to kind of blend out my blush when I put it on. Just kind of... So I guess that doesn't look too bad. A lot more natural for sure. All right, and I guess the last thing here would be lips, which like I said before is the Rebel Rose color in the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit. All right, so makeup's done. I'm gonna go get dressed and I will see you guys in a minute. All right, so this is my final look. Kind of got my hair up in a half up, half down, just have it straightened. Like I said, the makeup look, and then I'm just wearing a dress from LuLaRoe. It's just really comfy, got some pockets, because you know, that's the best thing when it comes to a dress is when it has pockets. And it's just super easy for me to kind of walk around in, especially if I'm wrangling my sisters and cooking and doing everything I'm going to be doing today. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know kind of what traditions you guys have going on with your family, or if you're doing anything fun. And also if you'd like to see more of these get ready with me, product testing, things like that. I really want to start doing some more girly things on this channel. Like I said, I really like doing the ladies night segments. I just unfortunately am not the girliest person in the world. But this has been kind of a fun experiment for me. Like I said, I don't normally do my makeup like this, but when I walked out, Zach saw it and he was like, "Oh, you look really nice." Like, not that he doesn't think I always do, but he was like, you know, I can tell you really worked hard on your makeup, which is always a nice thing. May not be an everyday thing for me, but definitely something that I'm wanting to do some more experimenting with, and maybe eventually move up into, you know, doing Sephora hauls and Ulta hauls and showing you guys, you know, hey, these are the high-end products I got. I'm going to test these out for you and things like that. So let me know down below kind of what you think about that, and also any other suggestions for kind of girly videos that you want to see me do on this channel. But until next time, guys, I'm Sydney. You've been watching the Midnight Jamboree, and I hope you all have an amazing Thanksgiving, Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.